7 years, 2 schools, second year twice, third year thrice, 1 academic exclusion, multiple failures, plenty of tears, but also growth, resilience, and faith. I had to start over more than once. I carried modules, repeated years, and faced moments where quitting felt easier, but I never gave up. Greetings, my name is Khanyisile Tshabalala, and this is my testimony.
I'm good enough, I'm not good enough. Think about shit that I shouldn't have. So I tell him it's one of me, he making fun of me. His girl is a bum to me, like that boy is a cap.
My passion for interior design grew when I started visual arts in 3rd grade. I had so much love for art. I pay very close attention to detail. I'm naturally observant, and this is how I embarked on my journey on becoming an interior designer. In 2018, I matriculated from high school with a bachelor's pass admission into university. Surprisingly, the only university that accepted me and the only university I applied for interior design was the Cape Peninsula University of Technology in Cape Town, abbreviated as CPUT. Unfortunately, there was no other university that accepted me for interior design. However, I was very much happy, very much grateful, and I was very sure that I was going to study in Cape Town. This journey started in 2019, and I went to Cape Town, I moved there, I was genuinely happy. But little did I know, 17-year-old me entering university would have never thought that it would take 7 years for me to achieve my first qualification. For the formalities, so in high school, the additional subjects that I took were geography, visual arts, and EGD. EGD is engineering, graphics, and design. I was not really an A student or even I'm going to keep up my marks, I'm going to keep up my files. But I'm not gonna lie, Shem, EGD dribbled me in high school. Like, I was not the best performing student when it came to EGD. I don't even talk about this one paper. This one paper, Shem. I just drew lines and wrapped it up. Like, I'm not even joking. I didn't complete the exam, but in passed it, guys. You know, when you are supported by the universe, when you're supported by the gods, anything will work in your favor, Shem. I've always loved visual art. I'm a natural artist. I can draw, guys. I can draw, okay? And this is how I knew that I have made no mistake and I've made a final choice in choosing interior design, and I knew this is the path that I want to do and this is the path that I will embark in. The good Lord plants that dream in your heart for a reason. And one thing about me, I stuck with my dream and I followed through with it. In 2019, my university, the Cape Peninsula University of Technology, offered me an alternative program than first year. This program is called ECP, Extracurriculum Program. Now the ECP program is kind of like another year before first year, so while everyone was in first year, I was not in first year. Nobody knew this. I was not in first year, I was in ECP, and this was in 2019, literally the year after matric. And it's basically, if you look at it, like a bridging course, or I don't know. Now when I look back at it, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of like pointless, because you literally do maths that's like maths lit from high school. You literally it's like a foundation year, you know what I mean? There's a whole lot of assistance that goes on there. There's a whole lot of spoon feeding that goes on there. It's not like first year, okay? So I passed my ECP year very well with good marks, of course. Like I said, everything was just basically a high school redo, okay? But this is what the university offered me, and I could not reject it and choose to go to first year straight, And when I applied for CPUT, I was asked to do a portfolio, and my portfolio consisted of a few floor plans, if I'm not mistaken. They also asked me to complete a still life drawing. I don't have all of that. I wish I did, because I just remember the work that I submitted, but I don't have the physical copy of it or digital copy either. Also, I've changed laptops a lot of times, so I've lost those files. So that was amazing, And in the ECP year, we were joined architecture students and interior design students, right? So now the first 2 years of the interior design course is architectural technology. Hence, we were combined in one class with the architecture students. I then passed well, as I mentioned, and I moved forward into first year. First year was a lot of a breeze as well, but that's where the workload started picking up. That's where we started our journey on model building, meaning, you just have to go to an art source. Okay, there was a shop called Art Source, actually. You have to go to like an art supplier, like an art shop, where they sell stationeries and all your materials that you're gonna need in order to build a model. And this could literally be anything. You don't actually need to make a realistic model, you know what I mean? So for example, if you wanna build a model of a house, you would not actually use actual glass for the windows, but you would use maybe a frosted type of cardboard, anything like that. So we always used to get like materials, in order to build our models. First year was nice, was fun. There was a whole lot of group work activity going on. And at the end of first year, that's when they told us that, for second year, architecture students and interior design students will split. You guys are going to split into your own classes to embark on your own individual specialities. There were a lot of students. There were a whole lot of students who were in the architecture class compared to the interior design class. Interior design class is always small, guys. So that was nice. Like I said, I passed first year as well, passed it very well, and I entered my second year. Third year, too many others, but yeah, I entered my second year, and this is where we actually started getting into the whole mood boards and interior design presentations. This is where it was slowly starting to flow into the actual interior design and not just architectural technology. So architectural technology is more like our major, and that is why we had to start with that as a foundation before specializing into what you want to do. There are many different types of careers and specialities that you can do outside of just architecture and interior design. You can be a lighting design. You can be surface design. Surface design is like wallpaper designing, It's just like how product design is similar to, or is the same thing as industrial design. You can specialize in interior decorating. For me, as an interior designer who took the course interior design, I did not need to do an interior decorating course, because interior decorating hlangen in the interior design. Sure. Moving forward, it's just there's urban design, there's fashion, there's furniture designer. All those tie into interior design. You can literally specialize further apart from just being an interior designer. It's a very interesting course, very hard as well. Very, very hard. I know university courses are not easy in general, but interior design, guys, hey, that course troubled me. I'm not even joking. But now, we did not have written exams or digital exams. We instead had our digital and physical presentations. So our exam was basically being present at school on the day you needed to present, and you just print out your work, pin it up, and you physically come there dressed semi-formal to formal, but most of us were dressed semi-formal, to be quite honest. And you basically just present what's pinned up on the wall to your lecturers, maybe HODs, moderators, and your fellow students. That was our exam, the presentations. We never wrote, we never studied, none of that. But don't think the course is easy just because we had no exams, sweetie. Yay! It was not easy at all. I genuinely loved the presentations, I'm not gonna lie. They were very quick, you know, you just need to showcase your work and then you'd get feedback. The feedback was a lot, sometimes it was harsh, sometimes it was a lot. But I mean, I remember one lecturer said to me that I don't need to get upset because of a crit. Like, I get that. It's not about the crit. It's about how you're saying it that mattered to me, you know? But anyways, I didn't take that to heart. It was more like just feedback to do better, to have more insight of how certain things need to be done, how certain things need to be produced, and how to do better for your next or upcoming project. Yeah, that's actually what it was. But the critiques were hard, I'm not gonna lie. They were really harsh with the critiques. And this was just at CPUT. Like, there were just certain lectures where it's just like, oh my god. Like, whoa, take your pause, okay? I passed second year while, there was one lecturer that just didn't like me. She did not like me. And she said something to me at the end of my second year presentation. She said something to me that stuck with me for a while. Like, she said, you're not a student that's capable of continuing with this course. God damn. I hope you can see me now, baby girl. That's what she said to me. She was upset, like she was just so, you know, females in money. So that's what she said to me. She just said a whole lot of harsh things and I didn't like that at all. And it stuck with me. It stuck with me for a while because I then entered my third year in interior design after passing the second year while. After her harsh critique and nonsense comments, I passed a while and I went into my third year. Third year was quite fun. Again, the class just grew smaller and smaller by the years. It was not even funny. Third year was fun. However, that's where I started facing challenges. Like, that's when I knew that something is just wrong. I don't know if it's me, I don't know what it is, but something is wrong, you know? Like, I could not get over the fact that certain things were just not achievable. Like, I just couldn't get certain things right, you know? I couldn't see, you know, with EGD, right? In high school EGD, they'd want you to like look at a plan, maybe like the top view of a mechanical drawing. Look at the top view, look at the side view, look at the right view, left view, whatever it is, and sort of picture how that will look as a final product, like as it's fully drawn out. And I couldn't do that, Shem. I could not do that. So I kind of had a similar thing in university, but with university it was a concept. You cannot design something without a concept. I cannot fully explain what a concept is because it took me long to understand as well. It took me 2 institutions to understand what a concept is. It took me 4 years to understand what a concept is. And it's very hard to explain, but basically if you take an eggshell, don't go and design a building that's now shaped like an eggshell. That is not a concept. That is not a concept. It needs to be, what about the eggshell that inspired your design? Do you understand what I mean? Like, maybe when you crack the egg, it's not just a straight line. Do you understand what I mean? That eggshell has tracks, it has cracks, it has line work that runs a certain direction. You can sort of incorporate that into your design flowingly. Your design should not look like an egg. Your building should not look like an egg, basically. That's just like, oh, a beehive. Let me design a building that looks like a beehive. Wrong. You need to dive deep inside, okay? You need to dive deeper, and that is how the concept situation works. I cannot explain it verbally, but I'm sure I'm making sense. I hope I'm making sense, actually. Like I said, I can't explain it verbally. I can explain it literally practically through a design that will make sense. So moving forward, third year, my word, I failed all modules. Literally, I failed all 5 modules. It was interior technology, interior literacy, interior practice, interior design. What was the 5th one? Environmental design as well. Failed all 5 modules. I don't know what happened, like, it's like someone just swapped my reports or something. Like, what? Interior literacy was like the pattern, like just like designing patterns, putting shapes together. That was a very, very easy module. How did I fail that? Environmental design, guys, we're studying sustainability and what. How did I fail that? I understand interior design and interior technology. Interior practice is more like learning about, the certain regulations you need to be aware of as an interior designer, etc. Like, it goes on and on, okay? No, we did have theory, don't get me wrong. Obviously, you need to know the certain types of staircases. You need to know the certain types of balustrades you find. You get toughened glass, you get this type of glass, you get this type of carpet. We did have theory. We just didn't have exams like a normal university student would have. And like I said, I passed, I didn't pass third year, which truly broke me. My report stated, may not continue in program for all 5 modules. And I was like, what? What do you mean I cannot continue my program? Now, in that exact moment, it didn't register to me what that actually meant. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. When I was in second year at CPUT, right? I did fail 2 of my modules and I had to supplement them. So I didn't have like a supplementary exam because we don't write exams, but I basically had to take those 2 modules and just like rework on what was submitted and resubmitted, basically. That's all I had to do, and that was my supplementary process. Then after that, I passed the supplementary exams. Now, after I failed my third year entirely, it didn't register in my mind, Hori, I failed before, so if you fail again, then you're out. That is why I said may not continue in program. I remember my parents asked me, what does that mean? I should ask my lecturer, what does that mean? Like, I mentally tapped out. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I mentally tapped out. It didn't register at all. Hori, I'm out. Kids will go varsity. Yeah, I was on phone. Khanyisile Tshabalala out. So the only option was literally to appeal, and even if I had to appeal, they said I can only return to the institution after 2 years, maybe 2 years. They said, the email stated, I have been academically excluded from the course and the institution, and I may not return, honey. I was so devastated that like I literally had to pack my stuff and go home. Yeah, my parents said I had to come back home, and so I had to leave Cape Town temporarily at that point. Okay, very devastated, and obviously I had to leave Cape Town. I genuinely didn't know what the next plan was. I'm not gonna lie, I had so much passion in my course because it's something I was interested in. This is something I've always wanted to do and achieve, and I knew I had it in me to achieve. Whether it will take me 25 years, okay? And I fought for it. I was like, let me try Johannesburg first, okay? Let's try Joburg and see what they say. If I can continue and repeat third year at any of the institutions in Johannesburg. Boom, University of Pretoria. Sorry, we don't accept exclusions. TUT, Tswana University of Technology. We don't accept exclusions. Yazi. The word exclusion became a whole new title in my life. And that's a very big trigger for me on a very personal level that I will not talk about. I will not talk about that at all. I cannot do that. But it heavily triggered me, and I hated that because it literally became my name. Like, what do you mean I'm an exclusion? Every university just kept referring to me as exclusion. Like, I get it, okay? I get it. God damn. Anyway, so I applied at UJ, and UJ also stated the same thing. However, they offered me an alternative program. UJ stated that in order for me to gain acceptance into their university, I would have to embark into another course. What was it? Visual communication. If I'm not mistaken, visual communication is related to graphic design. Am I interested in that? No, absolutely not. I'd rather waste my life. Sorry, not waste my life. I don't want to put it like that. But I'd rather waste years trying to chase something that I started, something that I know I want very much, strongly, than to waste years studying a new course, something I have zero interest in, something that's just not going to do me any good. Like, absolutely not, you know? And with that being said, UJ stated that CPUT, it was a different qualification. CPUT is a technicon, UJ is a university. That's just like how we have IEB and GDE in high school. They work differently. Those curriculums are different. So it's the same with universities. When you jump from a university to, from a technicon or a college to a university, the workload is different, the qualification is different. Like, your credits won't even cover all that's needed to cover the actual field, whatever. So they offered me a new course, and I was like, sorry, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to study 3 years of something new that I have zero interest in. I'd rather continue fighting for what I want. So I then went back to Cape Town and I started to look deeper. Okay, so I looked deeper, I did my research, and I found a new school. A school that only specialized in interior decorating and interior design. This is the school I graduated from, BHC School of Design. I don't know what the BHC stands for, but it's just BHC School of Design. It's a private college in Salt River, and yeah, they've got a course in interior design and a course in interior decorating. It's literally a school of interiors, interior designers and decorators, period. I was so grateful to have found this school. This school literally gave me the opportunity to continue. Honey, I thought I was going to continue from third year, and this is where I had to start over more than once. I spoke with the academic head as well as the HOD of the school, and they inquired to see my portfolio. They requested a meeting in person. I used to communicate with them online, just like via email, while I was here in Johannesburg, still waiting for placements, permanent placements within the school. They requested to see my portfolio when I got to Cape Town, and from there, they suggested that I go back to second year and do it from start. Oh, yeah. Guys, I shrink, huh? I shrunk, okay? I shrunk. I communicated with my family, and they suggested that, you know what, I just go ahead with what they suggest, because we never know where this will take me. And they're obviously right, they are definitely right. The school's right. Let's go for it, So I restarted second year at my new school, even though I had passed it at CPUT. I gained credits from CPUT already, and that was already submitted through the system. So there were certain modules that I did not need to complete in second year at BHC, but I did start second year from scratch. Now, the new school operated a whole lot differently from BHC. Like I said, the way a college operates compared to a university is very, very different. The workload is also different. The way they lecture is also different. The way they mark is also different. The way they just educate you in general is just so different, And what was annoying is that I spent 4 years at CPUT. Yes, ECP first year, second year, third year. I spent 4 years at CPUT, and with the knowledge gained, I was already used to the way CPUT works, the way we apply our work ethic, It was a lot still CPUT mentality. So I had to get used to the BHC mentality. I was grateful for a few classmates that assisted me here and there and told me and taught me how to work the way they do, because certain things are not taught to you. You just learn them on your own. Unfortunately, within the school, I did feel a whole lot alone because everybody knew everyone. Like, I was alone, okay? I tried making friends with some, and people still have their faves, you know, like even reaching out for help. That was a challenge I faced at some point. Reaching out for help is like, it's close to begging. That's why I don't like asking for help. Personally, it's close to begging. And I'll tell you why, because students have this thing where they don't want to assist you because they're afraid you're going to do better than them. And I will tell you that for sure. And now, this new college that I was at was a PWD, predominantly white-dominated school. So I wouldn't necessarily say there was colorism, but there was something like that. I did not experience any form of racism. Nah. Honestly speaking, they're very, very sweet, friendly people. However, it's the students who like to categorize themselves whenever possible. You know what I mean? Even our seating arrangements, group work management, like, okay, why in this group again, you know? That's the first thing I would always ask myself. Why are we grouped the way y'all want to be grouped? Why? Like, it just doesn't make sense. So I never tried asking help from other students simply because of that matter. Like, people work based off of favoritism. They work based off of competition. There is a whole lot of competition when it comes to students. People want to see you do good in life, but not better than you. Unfortunately, that's the sad truth. Well, sweetie, let me tell you something. We're all chasing the same qualification. It does not take anything from you to assist another student, especially when they are new and don't know the way you guys work. That's all I need to say. Like, I was all for if you're gonna just help someone. 2 minutes, nje. 2 minutes ngesikhathi sakho. I'll get paid. So anyways, I just worked my way through things, managed to pass second year very well. Like, we even had a history subject. I was like, history subject in this new school. We don't have history at CPUT. Suddenly we have history at this new school. But I was just like, okay, this is interesting. Then again, you're learning a lot about the architectural history, you know, the different art movements, the Art Deco movements, the minimalism movements, the this and the that and this and the that. What I liked about the new school, BHC, School of Design, is that they always had socials. We had social events at the school. We had what do I call them? Like mini day excursions. So designers know this very well, but like Cape Town often hosts the Cape Town Fashion Week, where we basically go, it's similar to First Thursdays, but for interior design, basically. Let me just summarize it like that. It's very much like First Thursdays, just during the week, during the day, Khanyisile. You guys just take a walk through town, through streets, you know, hopping from furniture shop to furniture shop, from interior design workshop to interior design workshop. We visited We visited several, you know, workshops and places to just gain insight, knowledge, and experience from certain people in the industry, which is very nice to actually see how they work, and also to just grasp ideas for our future references, you know. Yeah, my school is very much sponsored by a lot of very good companies, you know, that support building supplies and bathroom supplies, furniture supplies. Like, my school is highly, highly, highly sponsored by a lot of big brands. It's not even funny. That's how I knew that this school is the one and the right one for me, period. So I passed second year very well and finally entered third year in 2023. No, hold up. Sorry. Into 2023, I was in my second year at BHC. 2024 was when I only started third year for the last time. Bafethu. Ganti. I slowly started enjoying my course when we designed our first furniture item last year. We had a prototype project where we had to design our own coffee table. This was my first ever furniture design. You see, Nakoge, I became a furniture designer for a split moment, and my table was the Espresso Oasis coffee table. Guys, I fell in love with that project. I fell in love with the process, the making of it, everything in J. It was just flowing. It was interesting. It was enjoyable. Okay. And that's what made me redevelop my love for my course. Why do I say this? Because when you fall off academically, and I don't mean just failing a module, failing a year, failing a module is nothing compared to being excluded from the university. Do you understand that? And me having had experienced that, it was not a nice experience. It was really not a nice experience. Mentally, I tapped out of school. Mentally, I tapped out of my academics. And I'm not gonna lie, it led to my toxic habits. A whole lot that I'm not gonna mention. One of them being that I started missing classes. I started sleeping in and just not doing work. Like, I mentally tapped out as well. Like I said, it really hits a part of me that I can't explain. It's not a nice experience to go through something and fight for it, but just still feel stuck in the same position, if that makes sense, you know? And I've seen a whole lot of my friends reaching their first, second, third qualifications. And like, I envy that, you know? Not in a jealous way. There's jealousy and there's envy. Envy is something that you long for, sort of, if I'm not mistaken, you know? And I envied that because that's something that I wanted, you know? However, I just felt so behind in life. I felt like, why am I not moving forward? I felt like, why am I just stuck? Why can I not pass 1 year? Like, Oaks, you know? And that's when I just started doing a whole lot of things that I'm not proud of, you know, partying. I don't need to tap into all of that, but whatever. That was a result of what I was going through mentally. And I then found myself again, you know, I found my spark again. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fight, okay? I'm gonna fight. After I designed that beautiful coffee table, mate, I was so sure I was gonna graduate last year that I just started ignoring. I started organizing my things for graduation. Gandhi, I got an email. Unfortunately, you have not passed 2 modules. Oh my soul, guys. Oh. So beginning of 2025, my institution literally suggested a few options for me because my parents had requested that I just come back home, you know. It wouldn't make sense to, because I was only doing 2 modules, so that means I would only be attending school like basically 2 times a week for the rest of the year, and I was heavily bored. This year, I was heavily bored. I thank God for the gym. I thank God for my consistency like the gym, because at least there was something I was doing. But I was also, you know, just doing things online as well. So I had to do my 2 modules online. Now, hence the video early in this year where I mentioned that I kept going to Cape Town, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. But nobody knew. I didn't tell anyone on purpose that I was basically going to Cape Town because I was going for school. I was not traveling for fun, for chilling. I mean, yeah, I went to do my own thing, but that's not the reason why I went to Cape Town. You know, I was going to attend my classes once a term, basically. That is why I was going to Cape Town each time this year, in and out, in and out, in and out. But I was doing my modules online. Working online, my school's not an online school, so it was not easy, okay? I faced a few challenges as well. I faced moments where I was like left out. I was told late about certain things, you know, certain things I just had to find out on my own, you know. It was not nice, but I'm so glad that it was all said and done, you know, it was all out of the way. Thank the big man up there, Lord God. Oh, Nkulunkulu, guys, God is so amazing. And he is literal proof that resilience works, faith works, prayer works. This feels like a huge weight lifted off of my shoulders. When in doubt, just pray, okay? If you can't get it right the first time, just pray, okay? If your journey is supposed to be 3 years, let me tell you something. There is no timeline in this lifetime, Bafethu. There is no timeline for when you should get a job, for when you should get married, for when you should be finished with school. There is no timeline in life. There is no manual as to this is how this is supposed to work, this is how this is supposed to work, this is how this is supposed to be done. Absolutely not. Here I am, little did I know, with zero expectations that I'd finish my first qualification in 2025. God damn. From 2019. It's shocking. It really is shocking. Like, oh my gosh, what? 17-year-old me would not have believed that I would only, that I'd have to wait 7 years, Kesana. I'd have to wait, okay? But you know what they say? A dream delayed is truly not a dream denied. And sometimes the wait is longer because the blessing is bigger. I am so ready for 2026. I cannot wait to see what 2026 has in store for me. I cannot wait to become the woman of my dreams. I cannot wait to become the young, beautiful, educated, childless woman that I've prayed to become. Oh my gosh. Like, I am genuinely so excited. I'm just really looking forward to it. Shem, and I'm gonna say 2026 is my year. Okay, I'm gonna say that 2026 is my year, and I'm standing firmly on that. Okay, watch the space, y'all. Now, such an amazing feeling knowing that you have accomplished what you've been wanting to accomplish for years, what you've been fighting for years. I know it takes a whole lot of strength. It takes a whole lot of mental capacity to fight for a cause. Okay, to stay and fight, it takes a lot. I know a few people that have been in the same situation as me. Some have completed like me, some have not, some are still on their way out. And like I said, it's not the end of the world. What I do really need is for people to just try and not give up. You know, there are many times where I wanted to give up, Shem. There are many times where I even tried to deactivate account. Enroll me as a student. What? Deregister me as a student. Like, I could have pressed that button any minute now, Kesana. Deregister Ngoku. But I didn't, you know. I stayed and I fought. You never know how much strength you have in you until you actually have to use all that strength, since that's all you've got. Literally. Like, I had no other plan B, so honestly speaking, I had no choice. It was fight or fight. Fight or fight, Bafethu. Fight or fight. Like, no maganjani. There was no other option, okay? I can't even imagine where I'd be right now without I knew this entire year that I'm going to graduate at the end of 2025. My graduation celebration was on the 5th of December. And yeah, we walked that stage, honey. We walked that stage. So to say, hamba indlela, guys, Khanyisile indlela. I am the one who brought lights. As my tattoo states, I am the one who brought light. Igama lami Khanyisile for a reason. It felt so amazing having had received my graduation completion. What? It felt so amazing. It felt so amazing receiving my graduation confirmation email. Like, that just summed up everything that I needed. I just knew that this is the breakthrough I needed as well. And yeah, to bigger and better, y'all. That is why I got all these tattoos, honey. It's my celebratory gift from me to me. Oh, wow. Celebrate manje, siyaphuza, siyahlaba. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe till I see you in my graduation vlog. Hello, it's me. Bye. I'm about to bip, 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 bip.